oh, they're spending $300 for plastic. I'm like, sometimes you need that plastic. Well, nobody's eating alligator and crocodiles.
Yeah.
I'm not eating, I don't know about you, but and for pleating to work, they take the fabric before they sew it and they actually put it through rigorous amount of heat. 10 years from now, I want to say, I bought this dress from Schiaparelli when Daniel was the creative director. Like luxury brands, they use top grain leather because it's more luxurious, but second, it's like no two leather might be the same. Viscose is actually derived from like wood pulp, but the amount of chemical they put into it, we usually would classify it under synthetic. I think we should focus more on natural fibers.
Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome back to Ruth Be Told. My name is Ruth. I am your lovely host. Today we're talking about a very exciting topic. I mean, we're always talking about a very exciting topic. Come on now. But today is actually about fashion, fabric, and to give you a context, because I need to give you a context. When I first started my career, and that was in 2022, I was going into corporate and I was like, okay, yeah, I need to shop for clothes. I need suits, tops, skirts, bottoms, and all of that. And I ended up going to H&M, Zara, a lot of stores to get those clothes. However, as we're talking up today in 2026, June of 2026, I only have about 10% of those clothes in my wardrobe. Why is that? Because because literally either that they were looking like really terrible, the fabrics started coming out, or they just didn't look decent anymore for me to wear. And as I grew older, I just let that go. So we're going to be talking about how we can create a wardrobe that actually can last the test of time, not just fast fashion or let's just do it as we go. But before we get into that, I want my guest. Ore, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you very much for coming. Before we get into that, I actually have a very exciting activity for you. So I have 3 different categories.
Okay.
I have tops, bottoms, and shoe, like wear. Various different types. So we're going to start with the tops.
Okay.
And you can pick a number from 1 to 6.
From 1 to 6. Just 2.
2. Okay. 1, 2. Don't open it yet. All right. For the bottom, pick a number from. No, you
Not
saw
one,
it.
because-
You saw it. No.
Not 1.
Pick a number from 1 to 4.
I'll choose 4. I feel like I can see 4.
Oh gosh. Can you really see 4?
I have an idea, but
Then you have to pick something.
no, I want 4. So just give me 4.
Oh gosh, I don't like this. I feel like you're cheating. Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes for the last one, because you're literally cheating. For the last one, pick a number from 1 to. Wait. I'm trying to shuffle it up. Pick a number from 1 to 5.
3.
Okay. 1.
Can I open my eye?
Wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right. Yes, you're going for your eyes now. After cheating. So we have 3 items here, and
You changed it.
I
I didn't
want
have
to-
flip-flops before.
how can you even see it? That's the problem. Anyways, I shuffled it. I didn't change it. I changed it to 3, and then you picked 3. So that's very good. So you have to style what you have here, and you have to make it work.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. And then I want to know if you would wear the combination of all of this. I feel like it's you saw the last one. I wanted you to change it.
What, the
If I have
flip-flop?
no the pants. I wanted you to pick like how would you like it's just top jeans and flip flops.
And
Of
this
course
is
you can
good.
wear it.
This is very
Like
good.
okay, look at some of the options I
This is
had.
very, very good.
Actually, no, let's do it again. Let's do another one because I feel like this was
I would
cheating.
wear this, especially because I think now everybody's like wearing flip-flops like style now.
Oh, is
Like
this-
people go to Brazil and they buy flip-flops. I'm like, that's like what we wear to shower at.
But isn't it Balenciaga that did something? Or is it Gucci?
I think probably Balenciaga. But no, everybody's wearing flip-flop now. So this is like
Yeah.
this is a style.
No, we're doing it again. Please close your eyes.
Okay.
Because I feel like you saw everything.
Okay.
Okay. All right. For the shoes, pick from 1 to 4.
4.
Okay. You didn't see it, right?
No.
For the 1 second. For the bottoms, pick from 1 to 3.
1.
No, I have to shuffle it.
Now you're cheating.
No. You saw one before.
I didn't even see. No, I didn't see it.
You saw one before.
Okay.
You literally remember when you said that. All right, pick from 1 to 3.
1.
No, I didn't change it because I didn't think you were going to. No.
Okay, no. Now this is cheating. I'm still picking. What was meant to be number 1 is what you're giving me as number 1.
No, I don't like that. Okay, fine. Oh, gosh. Okay. I was trying to play smart, thinking that. Anyways, okay. For the tops, pick from 1 to 5.
3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is good, I guess.
Can I open it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
I almost slept off.
Would you wear it?
Mm. You know what? I feel like people would wear it.
People, what about you?
I feel like no, I would not.
Can you make it work though? Can you
No.
style it?
People would wear if someone wears it. First, the color is just off. It's like we have gray and then blue and then neon green.
Is it the neon green that's throwing you off?
The neon green, and also the fact that this looks very pencil. It looks a
Yeah.
bit like pencil gin. And I've kind of just steered away from pencil gin because I just don't wear pencil gin anymore. But if it was a bit bigger, yes, I would wear it, but not the neon green. I don't think I ever had neon green, actually. Even when in 2021, when everyone was wearing neon green.
I was one of the people.
Or like
that were in
2020,
neon green.
I don't think I had any neon green or
I had,
like
like,
neon
the-
orange or like anything
No,
neon.
you had neon orange.
Did I have neon orange?
Like the jacket, like the orange jacket. What was that?
I had an orange jacket.
The 4 is that no?
No, but I don't think it's neon though. Is it neon? I
It's
still
very
have it.
bright orange.
I still have. It's not
It's
neon though.
neon.
No.
I categorize it as neon.
I don't
Who
think it's
knows?
neon because I still wear it. I still wear it to church. I still actively wear it. I don't think it's neon. I think it's just orange, and orange looks good on me.
Period.
So yeah, but I would not
Okay.
wear it.
I actually like the fact that you picked number 1 actually, because to lead into what we're actually talking about today. For that jeans,
Oh, okay. So for the gym.
would you buy the jeans if you walk into American Eagle? It's currently priced at $30
Yeah,
with the material right now.
Mhm.
You would buy it
it's a very good fabric composition.
even if it's 54% cotton and 24% lyocell.
Yes,
Does that pronounce that well?
lyocell. Yes.
Yeah. those-
I think they could have done 98% cotton and 2% elastane. I'm not sure what the reason for putting lyocell in it, but lyocell is a better. It's derived from like natural fiber, but they use chemicals to do it. So it's like man-made fiber. So it's not completely synthetic fiber. So lyocell are more sustainable options for like polyester. So you have lyocell, sometimes you see they call it tencel.
Mhm.
Those are fabrics that when you're looking at it and you see them have it, those are fabrics you can buy. And then recycled cotton is also them trying their way to be sustainable and recycling their fabric. So they have 20% recycled cotton for you to know. Virgin cotton uses a lot of chemicals when you're doing it and it harms the environment. But when they're looking at recycled cotton, it's their way of saying, we're a little bit sustainable and we're actually recycling our fabrics.
But it's
So-
still man-made, right?
No, the cotton is good. The only part is the lyocell. I don't understand why they use lyocell. I think they could have done cotton. I'm not sure why they put in lyocell in it.
What about elastane?
Okay, so for some jeans, you have 100% cotton. Those are jeans where it has no stretch. But there's some jeans you wear. I think the jeans I have right now, I think has a little bit of stretch. They will
Also,
put in-
elastane
yeah,
is not just
elastane
the
is
stretch.
spandex. So elastane, spandex, they're the same family, just call them different names. So if you want a little bit of stretch in your jeans, you would usually put 1% to 5%. That is acceptable in fashion to put between 1 to 5% of spandex or elastane. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Okay, but for $30 you would buy that. Do
Yeah.
you think there are like other options that would give you $30 for like the 98% cotton that you were talking about?
There are options, but there are also different grades of cotton.
Okay, before we get into that, so I was doing research, and yeah, we're done with this.
Okay.
We can get this out of the way. I was doing a bit of research into the different types of fibers and all of that. I found that some fibers come from animals, some from plants, and then some from plastic.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if someone is coming out of college, like what I talked about earlier, where I was like, when I was coming out of college, I was trying to build a wardrobe for not just work, but like, I'm starting a new life in a new city coming from Mississippi, and I was like, okay, how can I shop for this new wardrobe?
Mm-hmm.
I was buying a whole lot of things, and first I'm still learning, and that's why we're doing this today. It's for me to learn from you. But like I was learning about like I was trying to shop for these things,
Mm-hmm.
but I had no clue. So if someone is in my shoes today, coming out of college or starting this new adulthood, where can they start with even understanding these different fibers, like which one is better and all of that?
Online.
No, I mean, okay,
I
so
think
I didn't know there were different like fiber, like
right.
yeah. So where can they start from them?
Honestly, I think online is the best bet. I
Mm,
think there are things that you would see when you're looking at clothes, like when you're buying things online, you would see them say something like viscose or rayon or things like that. I think the more you're exposed to those things and you ask those questions or like, okay, what fabric is this? Then that's when you start seeing, oh yes, some come from wood pulp, some are this, some are that. I don't think there is a one-stop shop to give you every single thing. I think since I also finished college, I've taken some classes regards to fashion and everything. And most of the things I've learned today has not been from the classes. They've been from things
mm,
that, okay, I'm just randomly looking somewhere, I see a fabric like Lyosa on Tenso. It wasn't there 5 years ago. If it was, I wasn't aware of it. It's something that is just now coming out. And so many brands are trying to use Lyosa on Tenso. When I saw it for the first time about 2 years ago, I'm like, what is Lyosa? What's Tenso? I checked online. So I think it's just be curious, check online, see actually what that fabric is. I don't think there's a particular place where you can check it. Fortunately for us, there's YouTube and TikTok. I think our generation, we're trying to go into more sustainable fabric or fabrics that last longer. So you see people actually come on there and tell you fabrics to look out for, things to shop for, things to avoid. So social media is also one good way where when you start following those people, when you start watching those videos, your For You page will actually bring it to you. Like there's so many times I just sit down when I have so many people online. There was someone that actually went into stores to check fabrics and the prices and tell you, okay, this is why you should not buy this is why you should not buy this. Like 2020, 2021, I had people, no, not 2021. When I finished, because of 2020, 2023, there was someone I used to follow, I can't remember her name now, but she would go into all the stores, like known brands, and she would say, oh, this is a $500 clothes. This is why this is what it is. This is why this is not what it is. She would actually bring out the clothes, check the weaving, check the finishes, let you know if it's actually a good bang for your buck or if it's just you're paying for the name. And so I watched so many of those videos. I just keep going down the rabbit hole. When she says, oh, this, I'm like, okay, so why is this not this? And then I check. And before I know it's 3 hours, I'm still trying to check why this is not this, why this is not that. So I don't know if it's the answer you're looking for, but I think it's just the more you expose yourself to it, the more you start learning things. And when you see those things, just go online and check why is this? What actually is the name of this? And also in fabric, the funny thing is so many things have different name for it. So you might know it, but you will not know that's actually what to call it. Like, for instance, lyocell now. You can also see it as tenso. It's literally the same fabric, just two different names. You have spandex, you have elastane. It's the same fabric, it's the same properties, but people just call it two different things. So those are things like you might know some of the things, but you just have to check. You probably called it a different thing all along, and this is what some brands call it. This was another brand call it, and things like that. So yeah,
No, that actually makes sense. So what I'm hearing is for someone to start, they actually have to have interest in it for them to even start looking into the
absolutely.
different types. Okay.
Absolutely. I think what I've seen online now is people just hear from someone that, oh, this is not good, or this is bad, or this is what to look for. And they just carry it and run with it. And it's like anything that is not that is bad. And I'm just like, oh my God, like do your research, like
Yeah.
actually check it. People don't want to learn why this fabric is bad, why this fabric has to be used, why this fabric is good. They just want someone to do the work for them. They want you to say, don't wear polyester and they won't wear polyester. They want you to say only wear cotton and they will just run with it. It's like they just want someone to do it. Like I think it's just social media. It's like you do something, it's like, oh, where is this from? Oh, why is it? And I'm just like, just check. Like, actually check it, and then you're gonna see it.
I must confess that I am one of those
I
people.
know.
I'm like, so for context, I call Ore and I'm like, okay, is this good? Like, do I buy this? Because I don't even want to even have to worry about, okay, now let me go check, is Lyle so good? And that's why we're doing this, because I don't want to bother about that, because I don't think I have, I want it, I just don't have the interest to look into it.
Exactly. Which,
So I guess I'm lazy.
no, but I think it's also what you have passion for. I think I have passion for fashion. And so it's not just because I want to wear something good, it's also I want to know why this is good and why this is not good. And so I go the extra mile to actually check and see, okay, this is why this is why this is not that. For someone who just wants to wear clothes, I think it's okay for you to just say, somebody said this is good, this is that. But not like every single time they now come with polyester, you're like, oh no, this is this. Oh, but it's this. But
Wait, but
anyway.
do that. Like, whenever
I know you do,
since
and I
you're-
say it all the time. Like, don't do that.
since you told me that polyester is like plastic, whenever I see polyester, I'm like, no, I'm not getting that. No, it's
I
too
don't know how you do.
polyester.
I still have so many polyester in my wardrobe.
I know. If
And
you check my
which is why
wardrobe,
when you
I
said 10%,
cleaned out almost all the polyesters in
I
my
still have
wardrobe.
polyester in my wardrobe.
Okay, so what can we buy in polyester and what is not good, like to buy in
I
polyester?
think people say all the time, I think there are different grades of fabric. I think just because something is cotton does not mean it's good.
Mm.
Just because it's cotton, it means it's not plastic, but it doesn't mean it's the best quality out there. Just because something is polyester doesn't mean it's bad. You see, polyester is one of the strongest fabric you would ever find out there. So there are some situations where you have to do polyester, and it's not them cutting corners. It's like polyester needs to be done. You're looking at gym wear. You can't necessarily do gym wear in cotton. You need that stretch.
Oh, that
You need,
extend.
yeah. So you need so much stretch because you're gonna be wearing leggings all the time, washing it. It needs to hug your body so much. You can't have something free. Polyester is the only thing that would do it for you. Polyester also does not absorb moisture. So when you have cotton, you wear cotton, you sweat, your fabric starts getting heavier because of the sweat. Polyester, on another hand, would not absorb that fabric. The fabric actually goes from your body into the clothes and then it evaporates and it dries faster. For cotton, it's just going to be stuck there. Like, literally, it's just going to be wet. Your clothes is going to be wet, and before it dries, it will take so long. Which is why when you see Gymshark and all the gymwear brands, it would always be polyester. Now you can do some natural fiber like wool and everything, but it also would not last. It would not last. The only bad thing about polyester is it retains smell. So it will smell more. So it's retain, yes. So it's gonna smell. But when you're washing it, I think you're good. Another instance, I have polyester from Issey Miyake. It's a very popular fashion brand. They do pleating. So that's another place where polyester has to be done because for Issey Miyake and other brands that do pleating, it has to be in polyester because polyester is plastic. And for pleating to work, they take the fabric before they sew it and they actually put it through rigorous amount of heat. And as you know, with plastic, when you put plastic under it, it takes the shape of it takes the shape of the so
Yeah.
when it changes form and it takes that new form because it's plastic, so it will stay
Yeah.
that way. So in pleating, you put it under heat and it just retains it. And no matter how much washing you're washing, that's already the fabric because it already took that form, so it's not gonna move. But if you're now looking at, oh, you don't want polyester, the other thing for pleating is you want to do silk. First, you can't even put silk through that amount of heat because to be able to do pleating, there's a certain degree you have to put it, and for you to put silk through that degree, it's gonna degrade. You would not even be able to do it. So the only other thing is for you to do a little bit of pleating with silk and sew it on it, and you wash it 2 or 3 times, it goes away from pleats and it just becomes straight. And so for brands like Issey Miyake, 90%, 98% of 90% of their clothes are polyester because 90% of the things they sell are pleat place. And so I'm okay with paying so much money for that because I know I'm paying for the design and not necessarily because I want it to be silk, because I know I can't have it as silk and I've accepted it. Another instance is the dress I last wore on social media, the yellow dress, the bandage dress. It was polyester. It was probably 100% polyester. I bought it for a huge amount of money. I think the retail price was like 2,600. Would I pay 2,600 for that? Maybe not. But but it was expensive, and I'm okay with paying such an expensive amount for that clothes, even though it was polyester, because it's a bandage dress. You can't Cotton can give you that look, but cotton would not hug your body as much as polyester will. Polyester would stretch. you would wear it, it to stretch out, it to return back to the normal stretch after you remove it. For
Mhm.
cotton, if they do something like that, after 2, 3, 4, 5 wears, it's going to slack and it's just going to lose shape. Is literally so in instances like that when I see it as even before I open it, I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be polyester because if it's not polyester, I'm actually not gonna buy it because I know after a while I
Really?
would not be able to
Wow.
wear it again. So there are some instances I'm like, this is polyester. Like if it's not, I'm not even gonna wear it because 2, 3 times after, I'm like, yeah, no. So those instances, yes, I would use. So which is why when people come online and say, oh, they're spending $300 for plastic. I'm like, sometimes you need that plastic.
Mm.
Plastic is strong. Plastic is the only thing that can do what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
But there's some scenarios where it did not have to be polyester, and they're doing it just to cut corners, and because polyester is cheaper. And those are times where I'm like, I would not get it because I knew they could do it in cotton or they could do it in wool or silk, but because they were trying to get as much profit as possible, they decided to go for polyester. So those are scenarios where I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, not all polyester is bad, or at least some polyesters are needed in fabric types. Yeah.
Okay, that I feel like you just poured a whole lot of information out because I'm learning so much, and I think maybe now I'm getting a bit more open to polyester again, at least. But I think my own thing is, since I don't understand the why
Hmm.
and the different alternatives that it could use, I'm like, okay, should I really get polyester? It's just polyester. Yeah, let me turn that off. But you said something earlier that I want to go back to. You
Okay.
talked about brands, right?
Hmm.
Like spending money. Would you buy a brand just because of the brand name, or mostly because of the design? So if you see two designs
Hmm.
exactly the same,
Hmm.
and one is a brand you really like and one is just an unknown brand,
Hmm.
let me not say exactly the same because then it's dupe. Anyways, something similar, and like the concept, would you go for the one without the brand name over the other one, or are there sometimes where you would pick brands?
You see, I was gonna say no, I wouldn't, but then you said something very important, a brand you really like. And I think that is what differentiates the two. Now it's
What
a
makes you
different
like a
thing.
brand?
No, it's a different thing if the brand I'm seeing is like a brand like I would hardly wear,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a known brand that is out there. I would not get it because of that, because then I would just be getting it because of the name.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there are certain brands that I love and I would love in my closet, and I would want to, actually have all these brands in my closet. If I do see it and it's more expensive than a brand I don't know and it's almost similar, yeah, I probably would buy that one. Because when I'm looking at things, I'm looking at the design. But also, I think over the years, I've also learned most of these creative directors have checked their history. I've checked how they went from, fashion school, how they've gone from this job to this job. So it's like I'm following their journey. And 10 years from now, I want to say, I bought this dress from Schiaparelli when Daniel was the creative director. So I want to have things they design before they left that place, because 10 years from now, I'm like, oh yes, he designed this and I have it in my collection. It's like I want to build that collection. So if it's a brand I really like, yes, I would pay more money for it. Not because it's a luxury brand, but mostly because I like the brand.
What makes you like a brand?
Funny enough, sometimes the creative director,
Really?
because I think I think majority of the time the creative director is the one that that draws me to the brand. Sometimes it's the person that actually founded the brand. So there are brands that was founded before I was even born. The person already died, but I like the brand because I like the person that founded it when it was still alive.
Mm.
And yeah, I think most times it's the creative director and the designs they also bring out. And so when the creative director moves from one brand to another, it's like I'm following him to that brand.
Oh,
So for
okay.
instance, for Loewe, we had Jonathan Anderson that was actually the creative director. And then he's moved to Dior, and it's like you can just see his hands in Dior now. Like I was never the type of person that would wear Dior clothes. I felt like it was not my style. So I would never wear it. But when he moved last year and it's like, you know what, I can actually see myself wearing Dior. So I think for majority of the time, the creative director is what makes me like the brand. When I see the designs so when they move brands, I follow them to the brand that they move to.
Very interesting. Okay, so I want to take you back to what we talked about earlier. Would you Can you take us through the different materials in each of those categories? In animals, plants, and I know we already touched a lot on the different types of plastic when we're talking about, the plastic that could be used for gym wears. But what are some of the other types of fabric that we can see that comes from animals or
Plant.
or so it's plastic, animals, and what's the third one?
Plant.
Plants. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me think. Actually, okay, so we have animal, plant, and what do you say, plastic.
Yeah.
I'll start with plastic because I don't really think it's a material, but we have
I mean,
polyester.
but I was about to say, because
We have polyester.
uh-huh.
We have nylon, elastane, spandex. Most of these things are just plastics. And then we have viscose. Viscose is also called rayon. So you might have seen rayon before, you might have seen
Yeah.
viscose. Viscose is also called rayon. Funny thing is, viscose is actually derived from like wood pulp, but the amount of chemical they put into it,
Mm-hmm.
we usually would classify it under synthetic. But it's derived from wood pulp, but to achieve viscose, they put in so much chemicals that it becomes bad. It becomes almost like polyester.
So rayon is better than viscose.
It's the
Then.
same thing. They're the same name. Like you see viscose, you see rayon is the same thing. They're sisters and brothers.
Okay.
And then you have tencel and lyocell that is also derived from the same wood pulp, but uses less chemicals, and they also can recycle those solvents and reuse it every single time. So it's a more sustainable one. So those ones we call them man-made fabrics like lyocell, tencel, viscose, and rayon because it comes from wood pulp, but then they have to use chemicals to achieve what they want to achieve, which is why we call it man-made fabric. Then you have animal. That's where you're talking about leather. You're talking wool. You're talking silk from silkworms. And you have, yeah, so silk comes from silkworms. So
Like an actual worm.
it's like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like, I'm not sure. I don't know how to explain the silkworms, but yeah, it comes from silkworms and then they spun it into yarn. Yeah, that's what
Oh
they
my
do.
gosh! The whole time I've been thinking silk comes from plants, like the fibers of plants.
There are some plant silk.
But what majority of the
The real silk, the
yeah,
real
real
silk are
silk.
silkworms. If you
Interesting.
see
Like an
silk
actual
from
worm.
plants, it would be vegan silk.
I think so. One of the questions I had for you down the line was what makes silk expensive because it pisses me off that
Mm.
I want to buy silk. Like a scarf is like $500.
Yeah, silk is very, very
And
expensive.
and is it because of the
I
worm?
think it's the silkworms. See, I'm not so sure myself, but I know the process of achieving silk is very, very expensive. Just like wool also. Wool is expensive, but they're cheaper wools. And that's why you'll be able to afford some wools. You can't afford some wools.
Why though? Because I have a dress in my wardrobe that's 100% wool, and I'm so proud of that clothes. Like it's like I'm like I found the best deal ever. But then sometimes you go online and you see
Mhm.
a lot of wool. So why would 100% wool be cheaper than another 100% wool?
So we have different types of wool. I don't even want to go into that now, but we do have different type of wool.
Please do.
We have different type of wools, and we have different animals it comes from. So we're seeing merino wool, which comes from merino sheep. We have the normal wool. We have the alpaca, which comes from alpaca in Peru. We have the mohair. We have Angola wool. We have so many wools. Literally, we have Vicuna wool, which is the most expensive wool ever.
What's it
If
from?
Vicuna sheep, I believe. But if I want to sew clothes now and I ask for Vicuna wool, I most likely would not find it. Like you would go to wool mills and they would not have it because it's very expensive. I'm talking the people that use it are brands like Laura Piana. You would buy a wool sweater for $2,000, just a plain wool sweater with no design
So would you say the
for
wool?
$2,000.
Would you say the prices of the wool are priced based on demand or supply rather?
Yeah, because I think it's very, very limited. When you check online, when you put Vicuna wool, it says it's the rarest and most expensive wool you would ever find. So even just attaining that wool,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what I do, you would never see me sell that thing for anything less than $1,000. No matter if I'm a named brand or I'm just starting out, I don't think it would ever be cheap.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for that, it would never be cheap. Merino wool, there are ranges to merino wool. So merino, when you just see merino wool, it's 100% wool, yes. But sometimes when the yarns are shorter, it's cheaper. And that's why sometimes you see merino wool, you touch it, you wear it once, you check your armpits, it starts peeling. because they use the shorter gauge, and so it comes out, it starts peeling because it's cheaper. So the tighter it is, the longer the yarn pieces, the more expensive it is. When you're trying to make clothes, they will say gauge. So the higher the gauge, the more expensive it is. So you'll see 12 gauge, 13, 14, 15, 16. So as it goes higher, it's going to be expensive. So just because you're seeing 100% wool does not mean it's the best quality out there. It just means it is a natural fabric.
Do they put the gauge in the description?
You would say people put the gauge if it's a higher grade gauge.
But
If it's a good quality fabric, they will let you know.
You know,
If it's not a good quality fabric, you would not see any indication.
there is a brand that comes to mind that they always sell merino wool, and I've always looked at them as, oh,
Yeah.
is it? I can't remember. I can't know. That brand doesn't sound familiar to me. But like, I've looked at them as, oh, this is the brand I can afford. They have wool, so let me go to them for like my work wear and all of that.
Yeah.
And I got one of the clothes from them, and I had to return it because it just felt so it felt like I literally got the wool from the animal, and
It
it's
was it
like,
was rough.
yeah, it was very rough, and then it had a lot of hair coming out already.
Yeah, so it started peeling already. So
Yeah.
they use like a shorter fiber, shorter yarn, so it starts peeling faster. I think, yeah, wool are different. There's cheap wool, there's expensive wool. It's very easy for people to do 100% wool. It's gonna itch you. You might wear it once and you see it starts peeling, and you have to use a fabric shaver, which you shouldn't even use for your wool. But yes, there are different grades to wool.
Interesting. So what type of wool do they use for like the wool rugs?
Most of the time they use jute actually. Sometimes they use jute. Sometimes I'm not sure what the type of wool they use, but even that sheds. If you
Yeah,
use
because yeah, it
100%
does.
wool,
That's what I
it
was
sheds.
asking. Yeah,
If you
because
use 100% wool, it
my
sheds.
whole
Well, that's a
floor is
good question.
always so like
That's a good question. I wanted to get a wool rug because I know it was like a better quality,
Mhm.
but for a few months it's gonna keep shedding, and then you have to like sweep it, and then it
Yeah.
stops shedding, and it becomes good.
No,
But like
mine is still
first
shedding.
few months, I it's
This is like 6 months in, and whenever I lie on the floor, and like my whole body is just still filled with wool.
Yeah, which is why when you have animals, they don't even advise you to get like wool or anything, especially when you have
Okay.
cats, because even cats also shed. So it's like you're having so many shedding, and cats always want to stay on this. So people usually just get polyester when they have animals. Well, I know wool sheds a lot, at least for the rug. I'm not sure exactly what wool they use for the rug. I'm not an expert in rugs.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
But yeah, they're different. They're definitely different grades of wool. They're different grades of merino. All the wools I mentioned has different grades. I think the one that you would see that maybe would just be one grade is the Vicuna wool, because it's very, very rare to even get it. And so the mills that you're gonna see actually producing it is probably going to be one grade. But yeah, for the most part, majority of them, I know I did a merino wool sweater this winter. And it came to me and I was like, this does not feel like merino wool. And I was like, this has to be cheap because it did not even cost me that much to make. And then wool also itches. It's like sometimes you just have to pick your poison, because then we have to be going to, the fact that most wools would itch you,
Mm-hmm.
like normal wool and things like they're like very coarse. So when I wear it, I keep having allergic reaction. So I don't even want to wear anything that's 100% wool sometimes. Like my coats, I avoid 100% wool because I know it might itch me.
Really? Oh wow. Okay. So would you say wools are very winter focused and should not be worn in the summer at all? Because now I'm trying to understand. So what you talked about earlier, you said polyester smells, and it does. It
Because it
really
does smell.
it smells, and I'm just like, oh my freaking gosh. I think that was one thing that made me say, okay, I need to actually start getting real materials.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the summer, I would literally step out and I'm already sweating profusely. And I'm like, and then I go down there and I'm like, oh gosh, heck no.
So you don't feel that with cotton?
I don't feel that with
Oh,
cotton.
nice.
I don't feel that with cotton. I'm no, seriously, I don't feel that with cotton. And I'm like, what in the world? Also, I don't know if it's because I was using natural deodorant.
Oh, aluminium free.
Aluminium free. At that
I thought
particular
it's
time.
aluminium. I'm like, oh, please.
I've gone back to aluminium now.
As
I've
you
gone,
should.
I'll go back to aluminium, but that period where I felt like whenever I stepped out,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like someone was cooking under there. I was using natural deodorant, so I don't know which of them to attribute it to. If it's the non-aluminium
The
deodorant
natural, the
or the
synthetic.
polyester, because yeah, they were not going right at all. But so I'm trying to understand how what are the best materials outside of cotton? Because I know cotton is good for summer. That what are the materials can we wear during the summer?
I know you asked the question before, so I'm gonna answer that first. Was should we only wear wools in the winter? No.
Yeah.
I think depending on the type of wool, it can work all year round. Merino wool works great in the summer, in the winter. It's very lightweight.
Oh yeah.
So it's very, very lightweight and it works anytime. You can wear it when it's scorching hot outside. You can wear it in the winter. It's very good. I think depending on the weight of the wool and also the type of the wool, it can be all year round. It can be just for winter. It can be a good summer staple.
Mm-hmm.
Now to your second question, what fabric should we look at to wear? I'm just gonna say to wear in general, not just even winter or summer, because most of this fabric, just because it's wool doesn't mean it's thick. Because fabric is one thing, weight is another thing. So you can see cotton and say you wear cotton in the summer, but there's some cottons they give you and it's heavy and you can't wear it in the summer. You have to wear it in the winter because it's heavyweight cotton and it's going to be very thick. For instance,
Is that a
hoodies.
gauge?
Yeah,
That makes
no,
it
that's the
heavy?
GSM.
Oh my god.
So the gauge most times it's for wools. So when they're saying gauge, it's mostly for wools. You see GG, it's always wool. When you're seeing cotton and other fabrics, they say GSM or ounces, so OZ. So it's
Okay.
usually the GSM. So we have fabric type and then we have fabric weights. So fabric type, some of the fabric type you can wear it all year round. For example, silk. You can wear silk in the summer. You can wear silk in the winter and throw a jacket on. I think most of those fabric goes all year round. But so I'm just gonna say what fabric we should wear in general. I think we should focus more on natural fibers. So most of them are cotton. You have linen. You have leather, which leather is mostly for winter anyway. You have leather. You have wool. Which other one did I mention? Silk.
Yeah.
We have silk, and then we have tencel and lyocell, which is like wood pulp when you do it. So I think that's majority of the natural fibers we have. The remaining ones are synthetic.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the remaining ones are synthetic. You have some synthetic that are there because people don't want to wear leather because they're animal rights activists, so they can't wear silk because of the silkworms you're killing for this and that. So that's another topic on its own, why people wear synthetic, because
Yeah.
it's a more sustainable option.
So I mean, we won't get into that, but I just feel like which do you want to pick though? With polyester, it's also health concerns as well because plastic and like all these chemicals and all of that. So yeah, you just have to pick the lesser evil, I guess. But
People
I
have
actually like
things just trying. People have things they're focusing on, and some people is the fact that they don't want to use animal skin. They don't want to wear an animal skin.
yeah, no, that's why I said like the lesser of the evil for you. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
for
tell
them,
you,
exactly.
yeah,
Okay, for them. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm not gonna tell you like which one to
is the
pick,
less
but like
okay?
pick your lesser evil.
Okay, great.
But I like the fact that you actually brought us back to the whole animal thing because you mentioned
Mm.
two things regarding like fibers that come from animal. You said wool and leather.
Mhm.
At least those are the two that. So with leather, what are the different types of leather? Like, are all leathers the same? Because I like the fact that now I know some terms with wool, and even cottons and how things are
That's
graded.
good. I'll ask you
But
tomorrow if you forget.
I won't forget. I won't forget. I'll try not to. But
Okay.
with leather, like what are the different types of leather, or are there also grades and
Mm.
GSM and all of that?
I think they're different. So types of leather is into different categories. You have the tanning process, which I don't have so much knowledge about. You have vegetable tanning, you have chrome tanning, but you also have the finishes, and then you have the animals. So the finishes is where you're looking at top grain. So for top grain is like the outermost part of the animal. So the very first skin they see.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you see top grain leather is the very first layer of the leather of the skin of the animal. That's top grain leather.
Mm-hmm.
And so most brands will use it because some brands like luxury brands they use top grain leather because it's all first is more luxurious but second it's like no two leather might be the same because it's the top of the layer. So it's like it changes. It's like it's rough and things like that. And then you have full grain where is the third or the fourth layer. They've sanded it down. It's the same thing. It's a little bit more softer, a bit, I won't say lower quality, but lower quality than top grain leather. And then you have exotic, for the grains, you have suede. So suede is also a type of finishes for the leather. And then you have patent leather. is also a type of finish for the leather. And so those are the finishes for the leather. There are many more finishes, but then when you now look at the animals, you have cow leather. We used to see it as cowhide. That's most of the leather you're gonna see so many brands use. I think is more easily accessible. So you would see so many people use cowhide, cowhide, cowhide. And then when you're going to the more expensive one, you have lamb skin, you have calf skin. It's just different type of animals. You have calf skin, and then you have exotic leather, which is where Hermes comes into it, because
exotic leather.
they use like alligators and crocodile skins and things like that. Yeah, so that one is, you would only see it in most of those. You see it in Hermes. Hermes uses mostly exotic leathers to do their bags. So you would hardly see them do like cowhide or like lamb skins, like the stuff for the basic
Wait,
people.
Hermes, they're the ones that have Birkins,
Yeah.
right? Oh, so that's what they use for the Birkins. That's why it's so
They use like
expensive.
alligators and they use, which is another old thing on its own, because if you see people protesting outside every time saying they're killing the animals to make the bags.
Yeah, because how many animals or how many alligators would they have to
I
kill?
know.
Because it's not okay. So my thing is, I'm cool with these other types of materials
Mhm.
from cow and goats because we already eat them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, we already eat them, but like with alligators, it's like how much. Anyways, I'm not even going to get into that.
Nobody
Again,
eats it.
yeah,
Nobody eats it.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
why there is the protest going out there, because for cowhide and everything, our justification is we already eat those animals. Yes,
yeah,
it's a different thing because now they kill more just to be able to meet demand, but we still would eat the meat. Well, nobody's eating alligator and crocodiles.
yeah.
I'm not eating, I don't know about you, but
Uh,
so
I'm not.
so like that's why people protest and say they actually have to kill those animals because nobody's gonna eat an alligator.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's sad. Ugh, that's sad.
I
But
don't know, I might still get a bargain.
you can really, I don't think I would ever like get like the super hyped fashion items
Mm.
just because I feel like if everyone has it, then I don't want to have it.
Oh, you're
I
trying to be
like
special.
not even special. I'm not trying to be
Then
special.
make your
I
own
am
clothes.
special. I am special. I'm not trying to be, but I just feel like I like unique pieces, or should
Mm.
I like being unique, if that makes sense. Because if I just add a Birkin to my collection, yes, I have a Birkin, but like
They're unique Birkins.
so are thousands of people.
No, they're unique Birkins. They're
Like the
Birkins that they
colors
only did.
or
They're Birkins that they only did 10 in the whole world.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now I would get
There are
that.
Birkins that, yeah, there's some that are like they've done 100 or 1,000, but there are some that are actually unique that you've only seen like 5 or 10 pieces. So yeah,
Interesting.
if you want unique, have unique money.
You know, girl, like all the whole thing we've been talking about, that's the one thing that literally comes to
Yeah,
mind.
I
Like
have
it
unique
sounds
money.
like money,
Yeah,
exotic leather, and like the other wool that is
yeah.
like a part of it.
Vicuna wool.
Vicuna.
Imagine I walk into a room wearing. I mean, they would not know, but I would feel it on my skin.
Ah yes, no, it's the
like, ah,
skin. It's
this-
like
I know
you
you look
don't walk the same. It's like come on.
my shoulder up.
Oh, but okay, that actually makes sense, and yeah, I've learned a lot. I don't know if you're learning. I am learning so much right now, but I want us to go into another segment of
Mm.
Ruth Be Told called roulettes,
Okay.
like roulettes, like Ruth roulette.
Word.
Come on. So you get to pick whatever option here. Typically, the game goes like you pick. If you don't want to answer it, you do something else. But
Okay.
I feel like you'll be able to answer all the questions here. So let's not even worry about that. So yeah.
Now I'm
Pick
scared.
pick one.
Do I open it?
Yeah.
You open it.
No, you open it. Read it out. Let's see.
You can only wear one forever. Skinny jeans or cowboy boots. This is very easy.
Wait, which one?
Cowboy boots.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen you have like you don't own any cowboy
I also
boots.
don't have any skinny jeans.
Yeah, but like I don't see you as a cowgirl or
You see, I think for me, skinny jeans, people say, skinny jeans, we're not wearing it because of it's the new trend. Everybody's wearing oversized. But I think for me, it was needed because I'm the type of person that if anything tight is on my body, I start having an allergic reaction.
I knew that.
And so when people stopped wearing skinny jeans, I was like, oh, this is my time to shine. I was like, yes, I've arrived. So it's like, I would never go back to it because I've seen that I don't have to wear skinny jeans. So I don't think it would be ever. But like, literally, I wear skinny jeans for an hour. I take it off. I'm like itching all over my body. It's like, no. So I would wear I've never worn it before. But I think I can work. I can make anything work.
Oh.
So, cowboy boots.
Love it. Okay, the next one.
This one looks big. It looks very big.
I hope it's juicy.
Date someone that loves your worst fashion item but is stylish, or date someone that is not stylish. My worst fashion item.
What I think that's the first question. What is your worst fashion item?
You mean in my wardrobe?
No, generally, like that you don't like.
But if I like it, does it
Like,
mean
for example, you know how people hate when guys wear like the bag. What was it called?
the fanny pack?
Yeah, the fanny pack.
Mhm.
And
People
if
still wear it?
oh yeah, people love it. So for example,
2026? Oh,
for example,
interesting.
if he loves fanny packs, I don't know your worst fashion item. If he loves fanny pack and he always wear fanny pack and you hate it, would you rather? But he's stylish in every other way. Come on, because someone wearing fanny pack. No, don't
I
do that.
don't know.
No,
You're
someone.
contradicting
No,
yourself.
no.
You
Someone
cannot
wearing
love my
fanny
worst
pack.
fashion item and be stylish. That's just simple.
No, but that is you making it seem like your world is the only world that exists. Someone can find you non-stylish and find another person stylish, and you would find someone else not stylish. So what do you mean?
That's why I'm not looking to date them.
Exactly. So you would pick that they are not stylish, right?
I will pick none.
You have to pick one.
No, I think style plays a very big. You see, some people you see them and you're like, this person's not my type. But then you see them dressed, so you're like, now we're talking.
You know, that's why I asked you that question, because you keep saying you would not date someone if they're not stylish. So now I'm giving you two options. If they hate you,
like I want to work with and ask you which one do you prefer, and you say, oh, you prefer this. What if you don't know any style? It's like I can't even ask you that question.
we can sit here. We can introduce him to fashion, introduce him to your world.
Is he willing to learn?
I mean,
some people are like, I'll wear my skinny jeans. You can't tell me anything.
I mean, first, I feel like that's the biggest red flag if you're not trying to even change.
No, but that's their fashion. So if they agree that what they're wearing is fashion, I mean, there's no changing to be done.
But there has to be willingness in every area of life. So I feel like if you're not willing and you're just stuck in your ways, to me, that's a big red flag. But you have to pick one.
I would pick one. I would pick my worst fashion item only because I don't have a worst fashion item. So that's a cop out. So I would pick that. I think anybody can make anything work. Even skinny jeans that I don't like, I think people style it well. I would not wear it because I can't wear it. But I think when I still see some people style like Wisdom K.
Oh yeah, he does that very well. Yeah, he's like,
I see that. I'm like, maybe I do like skinny jeans.
It's like, oh, you think I can't style skinny jeans? Yeah.
So
here you go.
I don't know. I think anybody can make anything work. I mean, you see people wearing flip flops now. So I never thought I was gonna see the day people wear flip flops. Go to Brazil just to buy flip flops in different colors. I'm like, we have that in the market in Nigeria.
I would never hop on that train because that is just
So I would pick the first one.
Okay. All right. We have two more.
Two. Okay, great. Get therapy or buy a shoe you really like.
Like, which one is more of a therapy to you? Buying a new shoe that you've been, you really like, or getting therapy?
Getting therapy. I love clothes, but I don't think it's a form of therapy for me. I'm spending money. Yeah. It's not. When people are sad, they say they're gonna buy clothes.
Yeah,
I buy clothes.
You're trying shade.
When I buy clothes, I look at my account and say I bought clothes.
I know.
It doesn't make me feel better.
I think that was more of a question for me.
I know.
Because shopping is therapy for me.
It's not. Shopping gives me headaches sometimes because I have decision fatigue. And so I'm looking for clothes.
You're looking at.
I'm looking for clothes and I'm just tired. I'm like, I wish I could just pick one, but I can't pick one. And it just takes so long to. So yeah, no, I don't think shopping is not therapeutic for me. I do it because I need something to wear and because I like clothes. But I would rather get therapy. Maybe I should actually get therapy.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I don't need to make decisions. I'll just call her up like, yeah, I'm trying to buy this clothes.
Which is funny because you don't even have the same style. Yeah, so I don't know why you keep calling me.
Because the fabric. You don't have to have like my style, right? Because the fabric, so you know whether it's worth $500 for me to spend on XYZ.
You spend $500 on XYZ?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You will?
It depends.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think.
Okay, that's changed from yesterday.
It depends. I can't think of it right now. But
yesterday you is not today you.
No, so I wouldn't spend $500 on a t-shirt or all of those things, but
Mm.
on like a bag or a shoe, I can. But on a clothes, I don't know. I must really, really like that clothes.
I
Or my wedding dress, or I mean, I guess my wedding dress is not $500.
okay. All right. But don't ask me that question. Honest reaction to getting a fake designer gift. How did I know it was fake?
Yeah, it's fake. I mean,
Like, how did I know
obviously,
it was fake?
if they have Balenciaga on it and it's spelled wrong or something. But it's a gift, so you have to give us your honest reaction. And this is the last question. So
I don't think I would ever get a fake designer gift. That is my very honest reaction. Because everybody that knows me knows I would never wear it. And so I would never get it. Like, I don't think you would never give me a fake designer bag or a fake designer gift because I would not wear it because I'm so against fake anything. Like, I would, if you give me something that is, I won't say a look-alike, but I would say dupe. So dupe and fake is different.
yeah, but I'm talking about fake.
It
Because
has
imagine,
Balenciaga spelled wrong.
maybe it's not even wrong, but you know it's not actually Balenciaga. Because imagine you have a friend that is just getting to know, or someone that's about to be your friend, and you're trying to, oh, I'd like to gift or something, and they wear fake
Mm,
designers, and they gift you that. So,
I would say thank you. I would take it. I would not wear it.
so you just be like,
I would take
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, I would, no, I would say thank you very much. But I think the more, like you said, it's because they're just getting to know me. I think the more we have discussions and things like that, they would know that I would never wear it. But I'm not gonna say, oh no, I don't want. It's a
I
gift.
mean, yeah, but I just wanted to know your reaction to
You're
like
like, thank you.
seeing it, and then
First,
maybe
when
that.
somebody gives me something, I would not look into so much detail. I'm like, I'm on the spot. You're putting me on the spot. I look at it, oh my god, thank you so much.
Comes to fashion, like apart from skinny jeans, do you?
Skinny
So
jeans is not
let
an ick.
me. Okay, let me give you mine. Mine is I hate buying a hoodie and the hoodie is light.
Mm,
Oh my Jesus! Like, why am I buying a hoodie and it's light? I'm buying it because I want to be warm
mm.
winter. So if it's light, that's my biggest one. So
Oh my god, but they're light hoodies.
I don't
They're
know. I don't
they're
want
hoodies
to.
people wear to the gym. They're very light. It's probably even polyester.
Okay, the gym
It
one I
serves different
see.
purposes.
Yeah, true. I see why the gym hoodie would be light, but
Hmm.
I don't know. Every time
How
I
much are you
buy
paying for
hoodie,
the hoodie?
hmm.
Yeah, that plays a very big part. Because if you're complaining about hoodie being light or thick, let's know how much we're paying for it.
I mean, okay, okay. I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it. But
Mm.
to you, what is your biggest ache?
Hmm. That's a tough question.
You have Is it that you have many or you just don't have any?
I don't have that much things that give me the ick. There are things that I see and I'm just like, oh please, which I already mentioned, with people just following the train. When somebody says this, everybody runs with it, and it's like
Mm.
now everybody does not want this, or now everybody thinks this is bad because one person said it. It's just many people just running with things people say. Like I think this whole skinny jeans thing, one person started, and then everybody was like, "Oh no, I can't do skinny jeans again."
I
Oh,
mean, but it opened our eyes. It's like once our eyes were open,
but you know, if people start wearing skinny jeans back, people will start wearing it.
I
You
would,
know, if that trend comes back, people would wear it
I
again.
definitely would not.
You see, it's
I
gonna
would
start
not.
looking so fine in your eye. That's one thing about
Mm-mm,
trends.
mm-mm.
There's so many trends I did not think I was going to go into. I'm like, oh, that would never be me. And then I see them, I'm like, "Ah, this is looking
I
good though."
don't know.
And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
I think I want to I want to try it, and you actually see it and it works.
I would not go back to skinny jeans. And not even because it's just to me it's even just because it's provocative. I feel like it's just like
It
why do
is.
I want, not provocative in the sense of it's not modest.
Mm.
Provocative in the sense of I can literally see everything. I can see
You
the
can see
full
them with the
shape.
bandage dress.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm also trying to move away from
So what? You
the
want to wear
bandage. Maria Maka, like flesh. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. But I just feel like with the context, I didn't grow up wearing pants, and
Oh, that's
so
true.
yeah. So when I started wearing pants and trousers and all of that, the skinny part just made me feel more. I'm drifting too far away from.
So you hardly wore skinny jeans, actually.
Yeah.
Like when the skinny jeans was in, you were
Yeah.
not wearing skinny
It was
jeans.
only freshman year I wore skinny jeans, and I think that was my rebellious.
Stop,
Yeah.
front door. No.
Yeah.
Parents were oh no skin.
So wait,
Oh no.
you wore skinny jeans growing up and all that.
I growing up, even till now, I never had skirts. When if you
I
see
was
me
the
wear
opposite.
skirts, maybe just one. Even dresses, maybe just one. All I had in my closet were jeans, 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 jeans. So
That
yes,
makes sense.
they were all skinny jeans.
Wow, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I grew up wearing skirts and I wore skinny jeans for like 2 years and then started wearing baggy.
This is new information. It's like I knew you were not wearing jeans before, but I did not think about it that actually you did not wear skinny jeans when it was in.
Yeah.
Like even in freshman year and sophomore year, I think some people started wearing oversized jeans at that point.
Yeah, no, I think I started wearing that. I think junior year.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a junior. When we went. Anyways. Okay, but yeah, thank you very much for coming on the podcast
Thank
today.
you for having
This is a
me.
fun conversation.
I don't know if it was that fun.
No, it was.
I-
It was to me, and I want to believe that the people that are listening learned a lot and were also fascinated by the different fibers from different animals, plants, and different fibers from plants, animals, and plastic that we talked about today. I learned a lot. I was entertained. I had fun with my girl. And I hope you learned a lot too. So thank you very much for working with me. Thank you for sticking with me. And until next time, remain ruthlessly kind.
Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah.